Yeah, 6'4". Let's take it back to the basics. I spit it, embrace it. The haters will hate this and this understatement. Let's take it back to the start. It was the beat in my heart. Now I'm rapping this art and I'm leaving my mark. Let's take it back to the basics instead of just say this. I'll take it back to age 6 when my life first changed. I seen my parents and they split. It's like my dad was insane. We hid at different houses and kept the lights dark. All these hours that I counted like I counted all the stars. Too young to know what's going on, too young to even care. So young, but I told my mom there's no reason to be scared. I thought I was a man, could protect us through it all. I promised I could stand up, further we would fall. Different cities all the time, different places we would go. All these long drives in, I didn't even know where we're going, where we're staying, who we're knowing, what's your name, man? Yeah. Let's take it back to the basics, back to the basics. Let's take it back and replace this, back to the basics. Let's take it back to the haters, back till I make this. Let's take it back to the basics, back to the basics. Let's take it back to the basics, back to the stasis. Back when I say this instead of just statements. Let's take it back to the racists who spread all the hatred. The look on their faces when they try to just take this. The pride that I had for being mixed races. They tried me, I'm mad, but never will break this. Let's take it back to 13 when I was all alone. Hip-hop was just a dream and Pops was never home. Mom was out of state and all I had was songs. Music made me great when everything was wrong. Music made me take a look at what's going on. Showed me what's at stake, it gave me a home. Maybe I'm too late, but I won't take too long. I promise I'll be great, no matter where we are. These aren't words that I say, they're backed by all these scars. Backed by all the hardships, backed by all the pain. Backed by where I started, and backed by just my name. Let's take it back to the basics, back to the basics. Let's take it back and replace this, back to the basics. Let's take it back to the haters, back till I make this. Let's take it back to the basics, back to the basics. Let's take it back to the basics when I decided to chase this. Back when the basics, it's time that I make this. Let's take it back to the time when everything felt real. Back when all I had was rhyme, it felt like a big deal. Let's take it back when it's simple, when our life seemed easy. Let's take it back to the symbols with the beats I'm dreaming. Let's take it back to 17 when I had to be a man. I didn't know what to think, I didn't have a fucking plan. I just wrote with this ink to see who I am, to see if I can, to see if my dreams turn into plans. But then something changed, I had a kid of my own. Now instead of playing games, I tried to make a home. A safe spot for my family, a safe spot for me. And I'll tell you one thing, I'm damn sure I'll make it, you see. Goddamn, it's not one dream, this is everything. I said goddamn, it's not one dream, this is everything. Yeah, let's take it back to the basics, back to the basics. Let's take it back and replace this, back till the basics. Let's take it back to the haters, back till I make this. Let's take it back to the basics, back to the basics.